Hi everybody, welcome back to a special edition episode of Across the Lawn. Today we're with Brad Evans, a former member of the Sounders team, and we'll be asking some questions.
Let's go.
So first, Brad, can you tell us about how you got into professional soccer?
Yeah, I mean, soccer was my only sport growing up. I did one t-ball practice and hated it. So I played soccer, and since 6 years old, it's been the only sport that I've ever played, at least on like an organized level. I dabbled in messing around with other sports, but in an organized like team setting, soccer's been the only thing.
Yeah, and did you maybe have a welcome to the MLS moment during your playing days?
Yeah, I think welcome to the MLS was the first tackle that I ever received. It was like, hey, you're in this game with a bunch of men now, right? You're playing in college, and yes, they're big and strong, but once you come into MLS, I mean, you're playing against guys that are 30 years old when you're 20, and it is a different man strength when you get in there. So yeah, there was a couple good welcoming tackles, whether it was an elbow or a shove to the ground, and just experiencing that kind of woke me up of, I gotta get stronger, I gotta get bigger, I gotta do anything I can to get on the field.
Yeah. And can you tell us about how you got on track to become a member of the U.S. men's national team?
Yeah, I mean, it started when I was 20. I was on the under 20 national team. I went to the World Cup with the U.S. And had a pretty good showing. And I think my versatility helped me join the U.S. team. And I had a lot of great mentors and a lot of great teammates. I just think it was a testament to hard work. I mean, that was always my thing. I was never the most skillful player, fancy player with my feet. I just outworked every single player. And I think it was that determination to be that player.
Yeah. And can you tell us maybe the difference between an MLS game and an international game in terms of environment?
Yeah, well, you know, in Seattle, our environment is unbelievable. It's almost unmatched. And when players and teams come over here to play in Seattle, it is as European as it could be, right? When we talk about huge crowds, the European environment, Seattle already has that. So the international game for me I never went into a situation not seeing it before, right? If I was at a smaller club who played in front of 10,000 and then go and play in front of 50, it would have been different. But here in Seattle, it is massive.
Yeah. And who maybe was the most difficult player to play against during your time in the MLS?
Well, for me, I was undersized as a center back, and there was a player I'll always remember, Fernando Adi, who played for Portland, and he was probably 6'5" and 220, and I'm 6'1", 180 on a good day, and I would just get absolutely manhandled every time that he got the ball. That was the only player where the night before I knew I was playing against him, where I would be like, oh boy, we got to play against him tomorrow. And oftentimes he got the better of me, but I like to use my smarts in other ways of kind of how to get through that situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you wanted to tell maybe young players, or current young soccer players, what would you tell them? Like a piece of advice?
Look, practice. And it doesn't have to be practice where you are in a team setting all the time, but practice by yourself, right? I always tell kids now, and I coached high school soccer for 6 years, and it's about your relationship with the ball, right? It's got to be your best friend, but you have to be committed to putting everything to the wayside. I didn't party in high school. I didn't do anything, nefarious. I was focused on school and soccer. Those were like my loves. And I knew for me, it was a way to hopefully get an education. I was just lucky enough that I got to college and got to go beyond that and play professionally. But it really is just about practice, determination, and ultimately it's believing in yourself too.
And can you tell us about your current position with the Sounders and maybe stuff you do outside of the organization as well?
Yeah, so I'm the brand ambassador for the Sounders, which means I'm everywhere for them. I promote the brand, whatever they ask me to do. I'm at events, I'm hosting events, I'm emceeing, keynote speaking. I also work with our nonprofit as well, the Ray Foundation, where we build mini pitches all throughout the state. I'll go host those and open those events up and run clinics for kids. Like I said, I coached high school soccer for 6 years. I do our radio broadcast also, a team podcast. So I kind of jack of all trades, just like I was as a player. I don't like to do just one thing. I like to be able to do multiple things. And so this job fits just perfect.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
My name's Colin Brennan, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Across the Lawn.